graceful she is.
There's grace and elegance to that is just remarkable, Alexia.
So how did this first come about? How did you first even look how graceful she is?
There's grace and elegance to that is just remarkable, Alexia.
So how did this first come about? How did you first even see it as an idea?
I mean, I think it literally just changed my life, Quadrobix. Like, it was a moment for me to allow.
Now, let me just say this to y'all. Those that want to consider this being racist or hatred, once again, that's because you don't understand science and you haven't accepted who you truly are, who and what you truly are. That's the whole problem. Once you accept who you truly are, you will be much happier. You see how happy she is? See, I know that we're two different species. See, a fly and a honeybee know that they're two different species. The fly not upset that he's not a honeybee, and the honeybee is not upset that it's not a fly. See, you see how happy and peaceful she are, embracing her true nature, her true genetics. She is expressing her genetics and she's happy at the same time. See, when the more you fight against what you truly are natural, the more it's going to bother you psychologically, and it's going to come out in behavior and character, your characteristics. You're going to exhibit this through behavior. So when you're sitting there and struggling to fight to walk up on all two, and sometimes you just want to drop down on all fours and go for a little sprint, it's okay. But the problem is you don't want to do that because the organic species of the planet don't move like that. We don't drop down on all fours. You see what I'm saying to you? And take a sprint. That's why I said a lot of you are holding back your creativity, because if you was to actually embrace what you are, the nature, the DNA that's inside of you, you might actually be more peaceful, but you're not. And you fight against it and you suppress it because you want to keep up an image to say that God created you as a superior race when your genetics and everything states that you are inferior just by your deficient connection towards the sun. And the sun is the very life giver, the energy that flows throughout the entirety of the cosmos. So you can call this racist or you can call it hatred all you want, but it doesn't negate the fact that this is scientific facts. And she is more peaceful in her natural state than you are in your unnatural state, trying to copy the organic species of the planet. That's all I'm saying to you. So let's listen to her and let's let the video play.
To transform myself.
Look how graceful she is.
There's grace and elegance to that is just remarkable, Alexia.
So how did this first come about? How did you first even see it as an idea?
I mean, I think it literally just changed my life, Quadrobix. Like, it was a moment for me to allow to transform myself into just like, I feel like I've been, when I was a little girl, I used to like live in the countryside, in nature, and just like be super connected to nature. And then when I was older, I went to the city, and I just feel like I started a little bit disconnecting to the natural world.
And you go about your everyday life. You just drop onto all fours and crack on if you're walking down the street. If you're on the street, is that what happens?
It's more when I'm out on an adventure in the outdoors. I would definitely just explore on all fours. But also when I'm with friends and we are sometimes in urban environments as well, we also explore on all fours, like the city environment on all fours.
But then what's the reaction from other people? Yeah. Because obviously to see a group of friends kind of walking around, how do people react?
I mean, it's definitely, you're like, what are they doing, you know? But it's almost like parkour. Parkour is like you're learning how to move in the environment and play with the environment in so many different ways. It's not like you see a rail on the side of the road. It's to keep you kind of from going on the road. Right. But we see it as another way of like playing with it, you know, and moving.
Look how graceful she is.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Embrace who you are. If you don't embrace who you are, what you are is going to take over on you regardless. So it's no different when you see so-called black women, or we when y'all straighten your hair out and you press it out, and then next thing you know, you don't want to go outside, or your hair sweat. You don't want to get your hair wet because it's going to go back to its natural form. It's the same thing. We have to embrace and accept who we are in order for us to be better as a race on the planet. It's okay if you don't want to accept it, that's fine. But the truth of the matter is, the more you fight against your nature, the more it's going to take over and on you. And you're not going to like the end results of it. That's it. Point blank and simple. So I appreciate you all. Y'all all have an amazing, supreme, cosmic rest of your day. This is scientific facts. No one is making this up. Understand and overstand that. Thank you.